organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Tonight on Daily Iowan TV,
yet another top party school ranking. Find out where the university lines up according to Playboy magazine.
and the traditional herky costume is no more. How the new costume has impacted the bird and fans, coming up next.
And in sports, an interview with me, Jake Ruda.
All that and more is coming up. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hannah Hawks.
And I'm Austin Luce.
Iowa City area residents criticized the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for how they handled July's flooding at a forum yesterday. Residents said the Corps did not release enough water from the dam at the Coralville Reservoir before the flood and later released too much water. Residential complaints mainly stem from the Corps' management plan, which determines the schedule for when and how much water is released from the dams. Residents and officials alike consider the plan in need of change. The Corps would need over $4 million in federal funding to revise the plan. Since 2010, the Corps has been denied funding. In the meantime, City Councilman Jim Throgmorton said Iowa City is taking flood precautions with plans to elevate Dubuque Street and Park Road Bridge.
CVS Pharmacy gave the Iowa City Police Department a grant for a program that will allow people to drop off and safely dispose of expired, unused, or unwanted medications. The Drug Enforcement Agency has a drug take-back program 2 days of the year, but the problem is many people have medications lying around between those days. Iowa City Police Officer R.A. Mabus said, "People now have a safe place they can properly dispose of their medication whenever they need to. I think it's a great opportunity for our community." The red MedReturn drop-off box is in the lobby of the Iowa City Police Station in City Hall on Washington Street. It is accessible to the public 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The program helps communities fight prescription drug use by keeping medications off the street.
Iowa State is currently trying to get a lawsuit dismissed by a federal judge after banning a student group from using the logo. Iowa State violated the constitutional rights of 2 students from the campus chapter of the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, according to the lawsuit. The university told the students they were not allowed to print T-shirts with the Psi logo intertwined with cannabis leaves. These T-shirts gained the attention of legislators after a picture of the NORML was posted in the Des Moines Register in 2012. Officials complained the shirts suggested the school endorse marijuana legalization. In a motion on September 4th, the state said the students didn't sufficiently establish that they had any constitutional right to use the ISU trademarks.
The Iowa City Marketplace, previously the Sycamore Mall, may seek financial assistance from the city to prepare for its new anchor tenant. Lucky's Market, a Colorado-based organic and natural foods grocery chain, is set to take the mall's new anchor spot. Iowa City Economic Development Coordinator Wendy Ford said the renovations needed for the new tenant will be millions of dollars. The total dollar amount has not yet been released. John Arlotti, Iowa City Marketplace Vice President, said he's extremely excited for the new addition to the mall. The new store is estimated to bring close to 150 jobs to the Iowa City area. Lucky's Market is set to be up and running in spring 2015.
And still to come on tonight's show, big changes could be in store for the popular phone application Snapchat. Students react next.
And coming up in sports, find out what Hawkeye team broke into the top 25 rankings for the first time in 2 years.
For a while, it got pretty cold, but I've really enjoyed the beautiful weather we've been having for the past few days.
I couldn't agree more, Hannah. Let's check in with our own Taylor Smith, who is standing by in the weather studio. Taylor, will this nice weather continue?
Yes, Austin, looks like fall is here to stay. Tomorrow morning, grab a sweater. It will be a 55 and partly cloudy. Temperatures will rise in the afternoon, reaching 68 degrees, then dip back down to the low 60s with clear skies. Looking forward to the rest of the week, Thursday will have a high of 71 and a low of 52. As the weekend comes around, temperatures will stay consistent, with Friday having a high of 76 and a low of 63. Saturday, there will be a chance of thunderstorms, temps reaching the high 70s and low 60s. But don't let the rain get you down. Sunday, we will be back to clear skies and temperatures in the mid-70s. That's all I have in the weather studio. Back to you, Austin.
More than 400 million messages are received on Snapchat daily. It has become one of the largest social networks today. But if the network made users watch ads, would it still be popular? Daily Iowan TV's Katie Sextro spoke to students about how these changes would impact their use of the app in today's Street Chatter.
After Snapchat was released in 2011, it has become one of the most popular apps, not only among teens, but older individuals as well. There are said to be almost 100 million monthly users. What do people like most about the app? All right, do you guys use Snapchat?
Yes.
How often do you think you use it?
Probably every day.
Yeah, I use it every day.
Why do you like the app?
I think it's just because it's really easy and you can just like send something funny to your friend within like seconds instead of like, I don't know, if you don't want to text it to them and you get to like see their faces if you don't get to see them a lot.
I think it's funny to be able to see the picture along with the message
And you can like draw stuff.
yeah.
The company is now brainstorming ways to make money. They may incorporate ads or news events to watch before viewing a Snapchat, or even charge for the app. What if you had to watch like a news story or read a story before you could open a Snapchat?
No, I don't think.
probably not.
I think that why we use it is because it's so quick and simple, and so if we had to do that, it's just not worth it anymore.
And what if you had to pay for the app? Because I know it's free now. So if you had to pay for it, would you still use it?
I think if I had to pay for it, I never would have gotten it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't think, I would probably close or delete the app if I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
University of Iowa's Social Media Today professor spoke briefly about how society reacts to changes in social media.
In general, people tend to react kind of negatively when anything changes to something that they love. And it may take a little while for them to decide if they can get used to the change or if they actually think the change is an improvement.
Snapchat may be successful now, but will that continue if the company decides to incorporate advertising or charge for the app? That may come in the near future, but for now, enjoy the app as it is. Katie Sextro, Daily Iowan TV.
According to the Wall Street Journal, these changes to Snapchat may appear in November.
Playboy magazine ranked the University of Iowa as number 5 on a list of top party schools on Monday. While the UI was ranked as number 1 party school by the Princeton Review last year, they didn't appear on Playboy's list. In 2010, the UI ranked as number 10 party school and number 9 in 2009. Now, ranking in at second on the Princeton Review's list this year, Iowa is higher on Playboy's list than ever before. Playboy considers schools on a variety of factors, including access to nightlife and musical events, and creativity when planning social gatherings.
The UI's familiar football Herky has had nearly the same look since 1948 when it was first drawn up. But this season is the first time UI officials have chosen to change that look drastically.
If you're a Hawkeye football fan, you may have noticed Herky's transformation this season. Before, he donned a hefty and unique fiberglass head, and now his costume more closely matches the Herkies you see at other sporting events.
The fiberglass head worn at football games was roughly 30 pounds, and it was becoming very costly to repair, to repaint almost after every game. So we talked to the young men who are Herky, and we asked them for their advice and what they would like to see.
The men behind the mask were all for more mobility and more safety. While the new football Herky was announced at On Parade in May, many fans reacted to the change on game day. Klatt says around 200 people sent email complaints at the start, but that those have died down significantly.
Remember, fan is short for fanatical. And so fans are very emotionally engaged with your football program, and anything substantially changing on a game day is going to catch some reaction.
Besides a different face, Herky now is a little heftier and wears bigger shoes. Football fans will be happy to hear he is also expected to receive a helmet soon.
So we are in the process of trying to have a traditional football helmet created for him, hopefully in time for homecoming. Maybe not, but we're in that process.
Homecoming is October 11th against Indiana. Reporting from the University of Iowa, this is Katie Stites for Daily Iowan TV.
You can check out this fierce-looking Hawkeye at the next home football game.
It has been a nice 3 weeks of football here in Iowa City, but our home stretch is coming to an end this weekend.
Our Daily Iowan TV sports crew sat down with Kirk Ferentz today to see what they have to do to get the win over 600 miles away. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, Hannah and Austin, and welcome to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. I'm Laura Belanda.
And I'm Danny Payne. It was a tough weekend for the Hawks with a 20-17 fall to Iowa State when Kirk Ferentz called a last-second timeout and hopes to ice Iowa State kicker Cole Netton. But in return, he ended up letting him get another chance, and Netton didn't let that chance pass by.
Today at the press conference, Ferentz said he didn't regret it at all.
That's one thing I haven't stayed up late thinking about or stayed, it hasn't woken me up, but probably should go back to 85. It didn't work in 85, so I probably should just hang my head on that one. It was tried against us and didn't work. But there's no, I don't think that was the turning point of the game.
Ferentz agreed that one decision was not the deciding factor in the game. The team struggled offensively, putting up just 146 passing yards.
Whatever it takes to move the ball. And we despite, sounds like that's the focal point now, we've had some really good drives this year, some long drives and productive drives, but we haven't done it consistently enough.
Ferentz's squad isn't sure why their offensive production is lacking and long passes are absent, but they say it will come in due time.
I mean, we're doing it in practice. We just need that opportunity to make them in the game, and hopefully, we get those chances this upcoming week. We feel like if the ball's in our hands, we can make those plays, and we feel like we can definitely help our team win and put more points on the board.
Now, offensive coordinator Greg Davis obviously receiving some heat after Saturday's game, but Ferentz says it just comes with the job.
If we were 500 yards a game and 35, 40 points a game, he'd be doing great. But we're not. So I mean, it's coaching. He's been around too. He knows the drill.
The leader of the offense, quarterback Jake Rudock, is frustrated as well, just 3 games into the season.
Our very own Daily Iowan TV football reporter Whitney Blakemore caught up with the signal caller as he prepares to take on Pittsburgh for the first time.
Hey guys, this is Whitney Blakemore here with quarterback Jake Rudock. And Jake, you were sacked 4 times on Saturday against Iowa State, the most sacks that the Hawks have allowed since James Vandenberg was dropped 4 times in 2012 against Penn State. Just talk to me about, was there some confusion or just what happened?
Just kind of what happened. I could do a better job getting the ball out. That's one of the things that obviously could help, making reads a little bit quicker and just, throwing the ball away. Examples like that to allow our offense to continue to stay on track and continue moving.
And now you lead the Big Ten in completions and rank second in completion percentages, but you still weren't too happy after Game 3 with your offense production. What does this offense need to do to get to where you want them to be?
It comes down to details. We weren't as sharp as we needed to be on Saturday, and we're going to really work on that this week. We need all 11 guys doing the right thing. Unfortunately, on offense, when one guy messes up, it could ruin the whole play, but at the same time, we need the rest of the team to pick that up. So if one guy's a little shaky on something, the rest of us need to step it up and help him out.
And now, last season you led Iowa to 4 road victories, and now you're heading for your first road game this Saturday. So just talk to me, how do you mentally prepare for playing games on the road?
You just kind of have to take it as another game. The fans are going to be hostile. It's a different crowd, atmosphere. And then Coach Ferentz does a good job of getting us prepared. I practice. Sometimes we'll bring in some noise, just some things to try to simulate as best as we possibly can.
All right, well, thank you so much. And guys, back to you at the studio.
Other Hawkeye sports are making marks this week as junior Iowa soccer goalie Hannah Clark was named Big Ten Player of the Week by College Sports Madness.
Clark earned the honor after leading the Hawkeyes to a pair of shutout victories last weekend.
She made 4 saves in a 2-0 win over Illinois and followed with a 3-save effort in defeat over Northwestern.
Along with Clark's honors, the soccer team broke into the top 25 ranking in a poll released Tuesday, coming in at number 16.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for tonight.
But be sure to check us out tomorrow to see what it takes to be in the water skiing and wakeboarding club here on campus.
Hannah and Austin, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, guys. This afternoon, it was announced that Daily Iowan is one of 8 finalists for the Pacemaker Award.
The winners will be announced on November 1st in Philadelphia.
This is the 2nd year in a row we've been nominated and will be exciting to see what's next for the Daily Iowan. Now let's check in with our Metro editor, Becca Morin, to see what's in store for tomorrow's Daily Iowan. Hey, Becca, what's going on?
We went to the City Broad Fair today, and we had a reporter dig in and ask officials how they deal with security warnings in countries. At today's City Council meeting, they're going to discuss e-cigs and police officers wearing body cams. So check out tomorrow's Daily Iowan for the full story.
Thanks, Becca.
And that's all we have for you tonight.
Catch up with us tomorrow night at the same time or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
I'm Hannah Hops.
And I'm Austin Luce. Thanks for watching and have a great night.